It might be too early. You never know. Okay. Well, I got a watcher somewhere. Hey, Twerky, how you doing, man? Whoop, whoop. Yep, first like. How's things down under? That's good to hear. I guess tonight's the night or tomorrow's the day, however you want to look at it, when the East Coast is going to meet Florence. That's going to be a rough one. Not bad. Sitting here at work. We got about 40 minutes before students show up, so I figured I'd do a live broadcast. Maybe not every day, but every day that I can. Take care of some of them folks that are got them oddball hours on the other side of the world. You know what I mean? That's exactly why not. The worst thing that can happen is nobody shows up. I can take that. Like I said, I'm not looking to cut into anybody. I didn't see anybody else with a live stream that I knew. And I know Roger and Kim will come out about 9 their time. I'll be off way before them because my official work show time is 7 o'clock. So I just like getting here early. Don't like traffic. I'm hoping my run cam 3S gets here today. It was in Georgia last night. That usually means it'll be at FedEx this morning and be delivered this afternoon. Yeah, you're on the other side of the world, so you're more than 12 hours. You're more like 15 hours from me, I guess. Because that time's, if that was AM, that'd be 3 hours ahead of me. Yeah, so you're like 15 hours away. It's already Thursday there, right? Well, almost 9:22 p.m. Not quite. I was upset last night. I didn't get home time to catch all the Val and Momo show, but I think I got the general idea what their new site's going to be like. I hope it works out for them. Yep, still Wednesday because it's only 9:22. You said so. You still got 2.5 hours before it'll be Thursday, but you'll get there before me. Yeah, I told folks I wouldn't be on until 6:30. I decided to get on about 6:20 this morning because I got to work way early. The wife's away visiting her sister, so I don't get much sleep at night. Well, I appreciate it, big guy. Yep, I sure do. Yeah, I think they're putting together some kind of fitness show or something like that. They were taking names down last night, and they're going to vote on what the name of the new channel is going to be. And the two of them are going to go in on a channel and basically exercise their way to health, I guess. But yeah, I got the last half of the show, so at least ways I made it. I didn't miss the complete thing. You nominate Kaz, huh? That's funny. I ran into a guy yesterday at the hobby shop when I was out looking at trains, and he's into RC models. You think I could get him interested in coming online? Hell no. It's one of those things. He doesn't have a channel. He's not interested. It's just, I don't know. I guess the young people, well, we got lots of young people on here. I know we do. Well, everybody's young to me. But he just wasn't interested, and told him about the CDN, told him if he got a channel and got on there, he'd learn a whole bunch about his cars. And he's into those, I think the brand name was Traxxas, if that's correct. That's what the local hobby shop carries. When I was in there yesterday, I was looking around and spent way too much money on an N-gauge train, but hey, it's a hobby. It's the winter indoor hobby when you can't go fly. Yeah, that's the only thing this guy carried in the shop. He had a whole bunch of Traxxas stuff. He has a whole bunch of train stuff. He doesn't have any drone stuff. Well, that's not true. I saw one very, very tiny, probably about a 3-inch. No, it had to be more than that. Maybe a 4-inch frame, but it was just molded plastic. It wasn't carbon fiber. It wasn't. You couldn't put stacks on it. So I don't know what anybody would do with it. Hey, Kirk. Hey, man, I haven't seen any videos from you in a while. What's going on with that? I enjoy your flying a lot. They working you too hard, Kirk? Yeah, that's right, Twerky. That's right. Yeah, you can tell me about the rain. I've had that Mavic 2 Pro for almost 3 weeks now, and I've gotten 3 flights on it. All because when I get off work in the afternoons, we get the afternoon thunderstorms in Alabama, and I'm not taking it out in the rain. No way. That's not happening. Helen, hopefully that weather will clear. Where do you live, Kirk? Oh man, Houston. Okay. Yeah, Texas got swamped with some rain. That's for sure. I saw some people there. They were getting it by the foot, not by the inches. Yeah, I lived in Austin for 3 years, so I know Houston and Antonio and those places pretty well. Well, I did 40 something years ago in the 70s. They probably totally changed now. I know I looked at Austin on the Google Earth. I couldn't even recognize the roads anymore. They had gotten so big and places so populated. Yeah, I saw Mars, and I'd seen one similar before, but I will get in there and watch it. I think Bo Lorentz did one very similarly. He was at the event, the international droning event that they had. I forget where he said it was. It was here in the States somewhere. But he was there, and he went to the manufacturer of some of those things. I have a funny feeling they're going to be way outside my price range. But yeah, thermal would be cool. It really would. That would be so much helpful. We get a lot of Alzheimer's patients in this area. Go figure that. And a lot of them do wear trackers. And most of our patrol cars have what they call bank bag trackers, which work the same as they would on a person. So as long as the person's wearing the tracker, we can find them. But hey, Drone Nut, thanks for stopping by. Yeah, Thermal's the way to go, especially in the woods around here. You can find somebody really quick. Yeah, I didn't know the Phantom had one, but I'll watch your feed later today. Probably watch it during Roger and Kim's show because I open up two windows then and download videos and watch them while they're talking in the background. That's why if you ever think I ignored your post in the chat, it's probably because I'm away from the keyboard watching another video, trying to get all my videos done in a timely manner because it's getting harder and harder. I've got so many new people to watch. Yeah, my chat went away. So I can't see you if you're chatting. It's probably my stream. There, it was there for a second, and now it's gone again. Yeah, I have to stream through my phone because at work I can't use the internet. It's government internet. I'm not allowed on it except with a government computer, and they darn sure don't let live streaming go on. So I have to use my phone account, and it's pretty slow sometimes. Yeah, if you're typing, I can't see it, guys. I see 4 in. Yeah, I don't know if I can get that back or not. Let me try closing down a window over here. If I close down everything except this window, maybe I'll get a little luckier. Nope. Nope, there it goes. Okay. Yeah, it'd be good for finding snakes, that's for sure. I've got 2 Catahoulas, and they are some of the best snake finding dogs I've ever seen. If they go to barking really bad in the front yard, you take the shotgun out and you go find out if it's a rattler, a copperhead, or a king snake. If it's a king snake, you pick it up and throw it over the fence. Any of the others, you get rid of it. Hell, I see 6 people in, but only 2 people chatting. Hoping I'm keeping up with the chat. Yeah, I may have to actually go to your page there, Mars, in order to find that video because I've got a line of videos a mile long that I've got to catch up with. But yeah, Crystal, how you doing, babe? Hope you guys are getting ready to boogie out a little bit further away from the coast. I hope. There goes my chat again. I just can't win today. Okay, there we go. Net Dragon, how you doing, big guy? I didn't realize there was a switch on here for top chat and live chat, so I just switched to the live chat. Now I get to see everything. Yeah, this storm's going to be awfully bad. Awfully bad. It's Camro, how you doing today? Yeah, you got that right. It's good evening from at least ways for Mars, I know, and good morning for most of the rest of us. Yeah, you got the sinuses. Jenny O'Brien, how you doing? I don't think I've got you. Let me double check real quick if it'll let me do it while I'm hosting. No, it won't. So what I'm going to do is I write that one down. Give me just a second. But anyway, welcome. Everybody's welcome. That's for sure. Yeah, Crystal, it's going to be interesting to see how low the pressure is in this one when it hits. That Wilma that I told him about last night, I don't think she ever made landfall. She stayed out in the Atlantic and she got down to an 882, which made her the biggest storm ever that's been recorded. but I think she got that low because she never did make landfall. And I didn't have time to research the worst one that ever made landfall. But yeah, those millibars are getting down. 926, I think, is what. What was her name? Katrina, somewhere down around 926, and she was a Cat 5. So you get down below 930 or so, it's going to be a Wildpalooza. That is a definite thing. And you guys know you're in my prayers. Matter of fact, when I get off of here, before I go watch Roger, I've got to do my daily Bible study, and that'll be part of it. This could be the storm of a lifetime, Net Dragon. It very well could be. She is a monster, and I know I don't want to be anywhere near her. I definitely don't. And I don't remember who it was that said yesterday, but yeah, unfortunately, this is going to cause a lot of damage, and this is going to give the drone community a chance to show people what we can do as far as looking for missing people, pets, surveying damage, doing all kinds of things. And I'm hoping that once it goes through, there's enough people left to go show them just what we can do on the good side so we can get some good news. God knows we need some good news. Yeah. Yeah, drill those sinuses out. That'll work. Yeah, you have the sinuses. I have a wrist. When pressures start dropping, my left wrist starts to feel like it wants to explode. That's because it's plastic. It's not a real wrist. Yeah, I can almost read the text from back here. If you're having any kind of fun, guys, hit that like button if you would. Or that other one. You never know, you might get a bad troll sneak in here and hit that other one. Yeah, I'm hoping that happens, Net Dragon. I know it's too far away from me for me to help. I can't get any leave anymore. I used it all up doing other things with all the things that have been going on in my family. Yeah, they are, Crystal. I'm here to tell you, my wife, she gets migraines when the weather gets like the pressure drops, and my wrist just ever loving just starts throbbing. I still get sinuses, but the sinuses are the least of my worry because I get those all the time. It's just one of those things. No, I sure didn't. I'll have to research that. I didn't see any of the drone footage. Rod Piker, how you doing, big guy? I love that dog. Of course, I'm a dog person anyway, so some people call me dirty dog, things like that. Yeah, actually, they could be useful in other ways. We've got a lot of older Alzheimer's patients that get loose, and the sheriff's department that I work for, we have a thermal FLIR. I don't even want to think about how much they pay for it, but it can find them out in the woods and get them before the weather gets really cold in the winter and whatnot. You said that Chris was a bad pilot. I guess you are grounded, huh? Yeah, dogs do become our best friends. I don't know if if you saw the video. I have 9 that live at my house. 1 outside, permanent. 3 that live outside during the day and come in at night to sleep, and then the other 5 live in the house permanent. They go outside occasionally, like to do their business, but they live in the house. Oh, somebody told you that in the comment. Oh, really? You got to be kidding me. Chris is a good pilot. Hey, Baduga. How's things going? That's the good troll coming in. Yeah. Every time I see something bad about the drone community, I like to find the person that did that bad thing and whop them beside the head. And a lot of it is, you can't say a lot of it's just not knowing. I don't know about FPV drones, but I know every GPS camera drone I've ever gotten comes with a set of rules outlined, uh, specifically addressing the rules in the United States. And yet you still get idiots out there that do stupid stuff. I'm still trying to get the airfield commander here where I work to let me take it up for about 15 minutes. That's all I want. Straight up. Don't want to fly around the airfield. Just want to go up to about 200-300 feet. Sit there and do a couple of pans of where I work. And I can't get his permission to do that, even during the downtime when people aren't flying. There you go. Yeah, I understand, Kirk. I totally understand because you get too many people. I mean, I can't remember who it was last night. I want to say it was the captain, Neil, kinned it to learning how to drive. You can't just go get in the car and go. You got to learn. Same thing here. You got to follow certain rules. Uh, Heaven forbid you should ever hurt somebody with your drone. I would not want to be you. Yeah, you got to do what you got to do, Baduga. Uh, one thing, a lot of you PV, and you're really good at it. Uh, I got to get out and practice some, but you stay so low, you're not going to affect any aircraft. And if you're flying in an area where there aren't any people around, you're not going to hurt any person. So it's a different kind of flying. It's amazing to me. Uh, Take care, Crystal. Make sure you duck. And guys weren't kidding about how hard this chat is to read during a live stream. It goes by pretty quick sometimes. Mine's going nice and slow though, so I keep up with it pretty much. Yeah, and that's the way it should be, Kirk. If they know what you're doing and where you're doing it, and they know how good you are, man, you do some fantastic stuff. They should be allowed to let you do it. And a lot of it, like there's an airfield around here. It's not doesn't have a tower, so what my requirements are when I get close to it is to be monitoring their frequencies and avoid any aircraft that I see. So I fly within their ring, uh, but I do it with the rules that they gave me in order to do that. I don't go above unless I'm like right next to an obstacle that goes that high, and then I can go 400 feet above that obstacle. But yeah, we just got to get more people to understand and follow the rules because I think they're fixing to lower the hammer on a lot of us. It's not going to make me happy. I've never broken the law in my life. I have a feeling this is going to be the first time I'm going to have to do that. Wow, that's an expensive course, Mars. Yeah, I understand, big guy. I understand. It'll be worth it if you can make something. I I would have no hard time passing the Part 107 because I teach it to other people on a daily basis. But I see nothing in it for me. I can do every bit as much except make money, and too many people around here where I live have already got the money market sewed up. So there's no sense in trying to make money around here. But I will say this: at least ways all the ones around here making money went and got their Part 107s. So I'm proud of them for that. Yeah. Unfortunately, that would be a mess, Baduga. That really would. More red tape. There you go, big guy. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with getting it. I just don't see anything in it for me. So, yeah, we got 9 in. That's 2 more than yesterday. That's pretty good. Yeah, you're a little bit more populated area, Kirk. You'll be able to do all right. Around here, about the only people that want anything like that are the realtors, and most of them have been through my class and got their 107, so they don't need to hire anybody. And then a few other people in the area actually do it for other realtors that don't have drones, and it's pretty much sewn up. It would be too much of a hassle trying to find business. We're not that big of an area. But Houston, on the other side now, that's a massive city. I guess I should be telling you all, but y'all are pretty much regulars. Help some of these people out in here. Get on their sites and at least way sub them. If you really like their content, ring that bell. Just like anybody, I'm just doing this to have somebody to talk to until 7 o'clock when I have to be at work, basically. But you all know the deal. I've seen most of you, with the exception, I don't think I've seen Jenny O'Brien before. Uh, so welcome. Okay, Kirk, have a good day and be safe, big guy. Hope you get flying pretty soon. Yeah, my chat keeps going in and out. I wonder why that's going on. Yep, it's gone again. It must be the fact that I'm buffering through my phone. Well, welcome, Jenny. I'm glad this was your first one. I don't know what your day's like, but at 9 o'clock Eastern, Roger and Kim from the Canadian Drone Network will be on, and that place is hopping. Uh, I just started doing these yesterday because I was really pretty bored at work between 6:15 and 7 o'clock while I'm waiting for work to start. But the Canadian Drone Network, if you look them up and go join them, 9 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock Central, they'll be back up, and they're a great place. Okay, so you already know. Good deal. I can just do this every. I just can't do it on the weekend. Weekends are more busy than work. Yeah, here, that's the one area, Mars, that a lot of people here. Oh, I see it all the time. People posting night videos, and you know darn well they don't have strobes. And that is a requirement, whether you're licensed or you're hobbyist. If you fly it after the end of evening nautical or beginning of evening nautical twilight, which is like 30, 40 minutes after sunset, depending upon what latitude you're at, you have got to have a strobe that's visible 360 degrees and 3 miles. They make them. They're not expensive. But I see people doing it all the time. Yeah, I can understand that. You know, uh, around here, it wouldn't do me any good to fly at night because I'm not anywhere near a city. So you might see a couple of lights on the ground and maybe some cars drive by, but you're not going to see, skyscrapers and city lights and things like that. I'm 10 miles from the nearest city of any kind of size, and it's not that big a city to begin with. I think the tallest building in town's 4 stories. Right, I don't think they'll kill the hobby, but they may turn each and every one of us into a criminal. Because I'm not going to stop. I may not fly as far as I do. I may just keep it around my house, and maybe when I go on trips, other people's areas or whatever. But now they better realize that this is not going away. Really, it's not. Yeah, that's exactly right, Mars. Because I got news for you. Uh, they are watching. I don't know how they decide who to watch. There's a couple of people that I uh, I have supported, and every once in a while they'll put up videos, and you see them flying through clouds. I got news for you. You can't get close to the clouds, let alone fly through the clouds. You're supposed to stay 500 feet below a cloud. Now, I know that's kind of hard to tell sometimes, but these guys, and they'll even say it on the video. Oh, it went in the cloud. I'm losing my camera. And okay, shouldn't be there. Bob Biker, how you doing, big guy? I think I may just call this the warm-up show for the Roger and Kim show. Yeah, I mean, it just, for those of us who try to follow every rule that's out there, it just boils my blood when I see somebody post a video. Now, I'm not the kind of guy, I'm not going to take the link and send it off to the local FISDO or anything like that. But I don't think they realize that if the people the FAA has watching, and trust me, they're watching YouTube, uh, but there's so many people out there that's hard to watch everybody. You get caught and you're going to get a heck of a fine. Let me see if I can open up a new YouTube. I think I can do this. Mim, how you doing? Thanks for popping by. Just Trying to warm everybody up for Roger and Kim. Let me see. Is this opening up? Kinda, sorta. Okay. Well, I already have Jenny O'Brien, so she's obviously been into Rogers and them for a while, because I'm already subbed. Oh well. There goes my chat again. I just got to keep this thing running. Thank you, NetDragon. Somebody just posted some films of the South Carolina beach this morning. I bet those breakers are humongous. That's one I'll have to check out. I got to remember to go take a look at Mars's thermal video or thermal cameras. Got that written down. I didn't go to look at it, NetDragon, and I don't know if I'm sophisticated enough to figure out how to do that. I'll tell you what, let me figure something out here real quick. Guess what I just figured out how to do? Learn something new every day. Okay, I'm working on it, people, but if I don't give you a wrench, yell at me, because I just figured out how to give a wrench. Isn't life wonderful? I definitely got to give one up here to Bob Biker. Okay. Well, okay. Anybody else I didn't catch? Hey, Caesar. How you doing? I saw you posted a video of South Carolina, the shore. Is it breaking pretty good down there? I got to keep my eye on the clock. I'll wait till the students show up. I can run it at least ways that long. As soon as somebody shows up, I'll have to end the stream, but too many people to shut it down. Yeah, I think I got everybody. Thank you, everybody that's here. And thanks for coming in. Yeah. And that shouldn't happen, Rod. That really shouldn't happen. I don't think I can let you do that, Mars. I mean, I would, but yeah, the boss probably find out about it and I get in trouble. A lot of my students are foreign nationals. Well, international, I guess, is a better word for y'all to understand. But they're, yeah, let me get Cam a wrench. That's what I should have put in the title, free wrenches. Could have got a lot more people. Well, depends upon what they're flying, Bob, and where. Are you talking about jets or helicopters? New from Captain Drone. Well, I'll have to go check his pay site out later. Yeah. Uh, if you look on the sectional, the VFR charts, where you're at, check and see if you see any. Are you in the States, Bob? Or are you over in the UK? I can never keep track of where everybody's at. I mean, Mars makes it easy. I know he's down under. Yeah, Michigan. Well, get out of sectional. You can get them for free online at the FAA. Just go to the area that you're in, and you can download a. It's not a PDF, but they have them in TIFF, and can't remember. And look at it because you have. Uh, they're posted on the sectionals near your house. Yeah, nothing. Live underneath what's called a MOA, military operations area. It doesn't start till 5,000 feet, MSL, but it goes all the way up to 15. And the jets from 4 different Air Force and Navy bases to the south all come up there and work out. So sometimes it sounds like huge thunderstorms, but it ain't thunderstorms, it's afterburners. But yeah, if they're flying that low, they had better be on one of those routes. Otherwise, they are definitely doing something wrong. And that's easily cured. Yeah, everybody thinks crop dusters can do whatever they want. Well, they can't do whatever they want. I filmed one coming through my front yard, which doesn't need to be crop dusted, below my pecan tree. Almost hit. He came within about 1.5 feet of hitting my fence. And I sent that to the FSDO. Well, that young man got a 6-month suspension on his license. So, yeah, if you see something wrong and you get it on film, by all means, get a hold of the Flight Standards District Office. I don't know how you would find them. I know how to find them, but I've got a little bit different reference books than most. And it can be taken care of, but all the odds you've got a military training route. And you got to remember, these routes on the map, it's just a line. You have to look them up in a book. I don't know if civilians have access to it, but some of those routes, that aircraft can be very low level, very fast, up to 10 miles either side of that line. And so that means that actual route's 20 miles wide. He can be anywhere in there doing that. But yeah, definitely check it out and see if you've got one of those in your area. Oh yeah, I tell you what, it can be scary. I have had them when I was flying in Europe. I've had Canadian F-18s flying underneath me, and I'm only flying 100 feet above the highest obstacle, and they'd be underneath me. And I know they saw me because they've got radar. I don't. There's no way I could see them coming as fast as they were coming. And they would go just outside my wing, lower than me. Poof, off they go. And that can be very, very scary. Yep, there you go. Yeah. Yeah. Well, actually, I can't tell you where to get that book because it's a military book. But yeah, that's one of the things I teach here is weather and how to read METARs, TAFs. TAF codes are very similar to METAR. They just take a little different format every once in a while. But yeah, it's not that hard for me because I was an aviator for 18.5 years and I still teach aviators. But I can understand how somebody that's never flown and has to take the 107, it can be very challenging. Okay. I think everybody's got a wrench now. Camero, if you're still here, just post a little short message to me, see if you got your wrench or not. Yeah, TAFs are important. I prefer a TAF to a METAR any day of the week. I can understand Taft's way easier. I'm not a big fan of Mitar, but you got to know them both. There you go. Okay. I think everybody got one. I'll try and keep up with that as any new people come in because I see no reason to not have it. I've I've gotten booted quite a few times uh, over there on Crystal's channel. I know it wasn't deliberate. It was just somebody clicked on something and hit the wrong button. The next thing I know, I'm no longer in there. Thank you, NetDragon. Yeah, everybody. I think everybody in here already has because all these names are familiar to me. But yes, make sure you support our fellow people. Mars, you're one of the ones that's into the Traxxas too, aren't you? Hey, that's come a long way. I used to have some RC cars, and they were nothing like what you guys have now. I'm here to tell you. Some of those things I've seen recently just boogie, boogie, boogie really fast. I don't think my dog could catch some of the ones I've seen. She used to catch mine all the time. That's why I don't have it anymore. It was just a little Jeep, not much. Yeah, Tamiya, I didn't see any in the shop yesterday. I think it may be one of those things where I don't want to say he's contracted by, but he maybe gets good deals from Traxxas, and that's why he carries Traxxas stuff. Uh, the majority of his shop was trains, HO, N-gauge, and O-gauge. I was there looking for some N-gauge stuff because I don't have much room. I've got to stay tiny. But yeah, I was amazed at how many Traxxas vehicles he had, and all the different tires and stuff for him. He has a lot of that. I was really surprised though he didn't have very many fixed wing stuff. Matter of fact, he's the guy I bought my carbon Piper from, which I still haven't done an unboxing of. If weather ever clears, I will. He only had like 5 or 6 planes on stock. Everything else he has to order. Hell, I can order from the internet. But I'd like to see this hobby shop stick around. He's only been open about a year and a half. Okay, Rod. Have a good day. Stay safe. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, I know what back pain's like. Good luck at the doctors. And Mars, that's all Greek to me. So basically, what you're telling me, it was really good, probably really fast, right? Oh, Drift RC. I've been watching some of those. Who was it the other day? Oh, Prop Gear. Did Prop Gear do one where he had a drift car in it out in front of his house? Dutchy Dutch. Good morning. How we doing? Let me give you a wrench there, buddy. Yeah, I think it was Prop Gear did one, and I want to say it was one of his sons was driving a kind of reddish colored drift car. That thing was fantastic. That was just awesome to watch. Yeah, by all means, everybody support everybody else in here if you haven't already got them. I always make the assumption you have because I know I've got everybody that's in here unless the mysterious tax hit and they took me off as one of your subscribers. I still haven't figured out how that happens. I can't remember who it was the other day. I went in to see and I know I'd had them, went in to double check, and sure enough, I wasn't subscribed anymore. Okay, I'm away from the chat for just a second, guys. That's not going to work. Let me try that. Okay, Florence is down to 985. Let me double check that because I get the list. Oh, 943. 130-mile-an-hour winds. She's dropped down to a Cat 4 according to this. I thought she was still a Cat 5. Still calling her the storm of a lifetime. Yeah, Hurricane Central saying she's a 4. You know, that might help out a little bit. Yep, that might help out. 945 is pretty low. I really get worried when she drops below 930. That's when I would really get worried. Okay, Bob, thanks for stopping by, big dog. Take care. Have a good day up there in Michigan. Yeah, I'm going to try to get to Crystal's. My wife's away, so I don't have to do much but this. So I'll probably be at Crystal's tonight. It might be a little late, though, because I got to get something to eat on the way home. You need a flight in a helicopter, Mars? I wish I could help you. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised it went from a 5 down to a 4. They don't usually die down. They usually get stronger. She hasn't made landfall yet. I don't know how. This is the national weather. Don't know how current it is. Let me see if I can get something more current. Oh, that's a pretty track. Yep, they're saying she's still a Cat 4. I'm going to leave that page up for today. See if she changes. Let me check the time real quick. Oh, we got a while. You hate Talk about flying real aircraft. I thought I was going to miss it a whole lot more than I have since I retired. And maybe part of that's because I work around them all day long. So I don't miss it as much. Yeah, for some reason, I just don't like flying on airliners. uh, yeah, uh, they've got some power. That is for sure. Net Dragon, you on the Canadian side or the American side? Okay. So you're probably seeing a lot of C-17s, C-130s, things like that. Maybe some Dash 7s and some Dash 8s. Oh, so you're in New York. Okay. I won't hold that against you. I'm a damn Yankee anyway. I'm from Pennsylvania, but I live in Alabama. My wife says I can't call myself a damn Yankee anymore because I was 19 when I went in the Army, and I'm 64 now, fixing to be 65. So she says I've done way more time down south than I have up north, so I'm a redneck. Oh well, could be worse. Yeah, I ain't quite got 500 plus Mars. Mine's about 430, 440, something like that. The last time I had it on a dynamometer. But that's only if I take the programmer and program it for speed. I leave it programmed for mileage because that 5.7 liter Hemi just sucks gas. I've got it to where around town, not around town, but to and from work, she'll get about 20 miles to the gallon, which is good for a V8, I think. That's right, Camero. I forgot about that. You are in Japan. Yep. I've seen a lot of your stuff. Obi, LS1. Woo-hoo. But I'll bet down there you can open it up, can't you? And where I live, there's no area to really open one up. There just isn't. Now, if I was out west somewhere, yeah, be a different story. Did you post a link, NetDragon? Roger, good morning. I'm warming them up for you, Roger. Let me give Roger a wrench. That's okay. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. We've got a shop around. Well, actually, we've got 3 shops around here. 2 of them are excellent. One of them is kind of shaky. That'll tune and do all kinds of nice things to your engine. But the way I look at it is there's no place I can really use it. So I don't need it. I've got a Diablo tuner, and they send me programs for mine. And I do have it occasionally tuned for speed, but for the most part, it's tuned for mileage on the 87 octane, and that's just where I pretty much keep it. Yeah, get some coffee, Roger. I'm going to have me some English breakfast black tea during the Roger and Kim show later on. Yeah, I got hooked on English breakfast black tea at, of all places, Disney World. If you've ever stayed in their resorts, their breakfasts are fantastic, and they just lay out tray after tray after tray of different teas. And I fell in love with English breakfast black tea. It is so delicious. I don't put anything in it; just drink it straight up, like some people drink their coffee. And it's I always make sure I bring home a couple of extra tea bags when I go. Although they started selling it now in K cups. That's what we have here at work. So the guy that runs what we call the fridge fund, he makes sure he always has a stock of English breakfast black tea for me. It's delicious. Man, I can't believe we're getting done. Went almost an hour already. It goes fast, really fast. Yeah, yeah. I think what's that? 100 kph is like 62.5 miles an hour, isn't it? 616. Good morning. Come on in and get warmed up for the Roger and Kim show. Yes, I am. Does it sound okay, Roger? I'm hoping it sounds better than the mic I was using when I did the interview with Val. That was just a computer mic. Well, the built-in laptop mic. Matter of fact, I see if you can tell me why you think it's called Nessie. If I can get it, well, maybe I can. I have a feeling they named it Nessie because of the shape. If you've ever seen pictures of the Loch Ness monster, I'm sure you have. The supposed pictures. Don't know if she exists or not, but yeah, that's why she got the name Nessie, I think. Well, not much difference there, Mars, from 100 to 110. I like the Autobahns personally. I spent 6 years in Germany, and I had a little, I say little, I had a souped up MR2, and that little puppy would hit 140, 150 all the time, miles per hour, because I didn't have it done in the H. And yep, leave me a wrench. I forgot when he came in. Apologize for that. Well, I'm glad it sounds. I was going to do some voiceovers on my uh, videos when I fly because a lot of times people won't see what's in the video or understand what it is. And I'm thinking rather than go ahead and play music over the top of all of them, that I can do a voiceover uh, and explain some of the things they're looking at, especially since harvest season's coming up. I'm hoping I can get uh, some of the harvesting of the cotton out in front of the house and the peanuts because it's really interesting the way they do it, and I've been getting to see it for years now. But it still amazes me how they harvest cotton. Okay, Net Dragon, let me check that out. Hopefully, I won't screw this up, or can I do that? Well, we'll find out here in a second. Let me hold down the control. Yep, it opened up a separate window, so I'm good to go there. 260 is pretty darn good there, Mars. Isn't that like over twice what you said the speed limits were? Okay, let me check that out. Okay, yeah. Yep, that one of those is a C-130 Hercules, Net Dragon, and I'm not sure, but that other one, it's hard to tell. It's a tiny picture. It looks like it might be a C-17. Looks like you got some Raptors too, or they've had them there at the air base, probably for an air show. Let me see if I can get a better picture. Yep, that's a C-17. That's an awesome aircraft. Just just remember, Net Dragon, that's the sound of freedom going over your house every time they fly by. That's what I used to tell folks when they try to complain about all the helicopters we have around here. Freedom costs. If it's the cost is a little bit of noise, well, then the cost is a little bit of noise. Yeah, I would love to live near an air base that had air shows every once in a while. My daughter lives down around Pensacola, and I don't know if you know it, but Pensacola is the home of the Blue Angels. So they get 3 air shows from the Blue Angels every year. They get the first one every year. They get 1 or 2 more during the rest of the year. So we get to go see them. But yeah, air shows can be pretty interesting. That's pretty good there, Mars. Yeah, we still got some time. Roger, don't let me run into your show. I plan on being at the Kim and or the Roger and Kim show, as I call it. So don't let me get running off at the mouth here, okay? Keep me straight. Yeah, yeah. Those are called lapes drops when they do that. You're talking about he's still flying low to the ground, and the parachute comes out and drags the cargo out the back end. That's a low altitude parachute extraction drop. That's okay, Roger. We'll wake you up. Get get yourself at least another 2 more coffees between now and 8 o'clock here, 9 o'clock your time, bud guy. I'm holding off on my my English breakfast black tea until your show starts. I won't be able to sit here and sip it. Hey, when if you got Kim up yet or not, in case I forget, because I can't really talk on your show, tell him thank you for the nice comments he left on the box opening I did. It was very much appreciated. And we're down to 5, but that's still good. This hour of the morning. Surprised that many people are awake. His pickle is calling him. Oh, Mars, you're bad. So, Roger, did Kim and Momo decide on what their name of their new channel is going to be, or are they still running through the names they were given? Because I got in there really late last night. I think I was only in there for 15, 20 minutes when they shut down. I went over to the captains, and then the captain shut down, and I went over to Earl's. And then I finally went to bed. Okay, they're still running through the names. I've got that page open. It's still down to a Cat 4, 130-mile-an-hour winds. Nope, let me see. It's asking me to update. Maybe it's changed. Well, hopefully I didn't cut you guys off. This internet is so slow. I just thought I'd be glad. Yeah, it's down to 943 millibars, so it's dropped 3 millibars in the last half an hour. It was at 946, and already it's down to 943. So it's probably going to be a 5 by the time it hits, but there's no guarantee. But she ain't getting any weaker. As long as that pressure keeps dropping, she's going to get stronger and stronger. Yeah, I really apologize for showing up late for her thing last night. I knew it was going to go on, but I got off work late, had to go do some grocery shopping. I cooked my dinner, and by the time I sat down, they were almost done with their feed. But I got in there, and she got a like, so. And don't forget, Roger, I got 9 animals I have to feed when I get home before I can feed myself. And boy, with the wife away and them home alone all day, were they ever rambunctious when I got home? Holy cow! I didn't think I was ever going to get them to settle down. Yeah, we're back up to 7. Hope everybody's got a wrench. I totally didn't know how to do that until this feed and figured it out. It's not that hard. Figured it had to do something with them 3 little dots on the right side. And to think this all started because I wanted to check out a mic to do voiceovers. Checked it out yesterday and looked down. I had 7 people. I'm like, maybe I'll just do this. Thank you, NetDragon. Yeah, they're family, Mars. Every last one of them. Each one's got something just a little different. But I don't know what we're going to do when the older ones start passing away. Well, I know what we're going to do, but it's going to hurt. But they're worth keeping. They're worth saving. They're good animals. A friend of mine that we recently found out lives less than a mile from my house, and we didn't know it because their house is way off the road in the woods. They have a gorgeous Belgian Shepherd that somebody dumped out on their property. And this guy is just gorgeous and so friendly. Good morning, Beyond Trees. Let me get you wrenched up there, buddy. As Roger says, that way nobody accidentally kicks you out. Oh, you talk about Indiana, my white pit. Yeah, she is the sweetest thing you'd ever want. The only problem with her is she does not get along with the other female dogs, so we have to keep her chained. But she's got a 20-foot chain. She's got 2 buildings that she can sleep in. They're both covered. One is heated. And she's just really, really good dog. I get her off the chain daily and let her just run the property. But I have to be careful she doesn't get out because you know what people will do when they see a pit. They panic. They don't bother to wait to see that the dog's one of the friendliest dogs you'd ever want to see. J&C Fishing, good morning. Let me get you wrenched. I'll make sure she knows, Mars. Not that she'll understand, but I'll tell her she's got a friend down in Australia. Oh, skunks. Oh, my God. Roger. Ooh. You know, Alabama has some of the strangest looking skunks. Every time I see one, it almost looks like a badger. They're something else. I hope Roxy doesn't ever get into a skunk there, Roger. That could be. Yeah, I hadn't thought about that. Those could be polecats. I hadn't thought about that. Oh, yeah. I bet you she remembers that, Roger. Yes, indeedy. Yeah, I guess you would. I've always wondered that, NetDragon, because that's what they say to do. Something about the acid in the tomatoes will take care of it. Well, she's still holding it at 9.43 or 943. I'll keep an eye on her today. Roger, I don't know if you were in here when Crystal was in, but Crystal and Chris are packing and getting ready to leave. And haven't seen the captain today. He's probably already packed and getting ready to leave. So hopefully their places will work out okay. Oh, so tomatoes, that doesn't work. Dang. Yeah, she said that she and Chris were packing up. They're only 20 miles from the coast, and I got news for you. With this one, matter of fact, with any, that's just too close. That's just too close. I'm 90 from the Gulf, and when a big one comes through the Gulf, we get drenched and we get wind. Uh, but we're better off than the folks that are right there, like in Panama City and Destin and whatnot, when they come through. Blizzard, how you doing this morning? Let me get you wrenched up. Mars. Yeah, I hope they do too, J&C. This one's not going to get us. That's the only thing I'm glad of, but I have a feeling it's going to hurt the East Coast. I really do. That one that came through the Gulf, 2 weeks ago now? We didn't even see any rain out of it. We were so lucky. But it went right down over the top of my daughter's house in Pace, Florida. They didn't get any damage, but boy, they got buckets of rain. Yeah, the only rain we had yesterday beyond trees was about a 15-minute shower. We get an awful lot of those. Well, nowadays they call them air mass thunderstorms, but we always called them convective thunderstorms, just from the solar heating. They pop up every afternoon about 3:30, 4 o'clock. Just happens to be when I'm heading home and want to go fly. You're going to have snow in Alberta? Guess you're glad you're in Quebec. Yeah, it's kind of early to have snow. Yes, indeedy. Oh, yeah. How about we just say white precip, Net Dragon? Yeah, my sister still lives up in the Poconos in Pennsylvania, and she calls it a four-letter word too. I can understand that. That's why I live in the South. I don't need to be messing with no snow at my age. White rain, there you go. It's better than the yellow rain. I don't know if anybody in here remembers, but back in the early 60s, when they were still doing testing with nukes, they used to tell you to stay away from the black snow. You would actually see little black flakes in the snow if it got carried far enough. It was some nasty snow. Mars, you should be heading into spring and summer, right? You don't get any snow for Christmas. Yeah. Typhoons are nothing to mess with either. Yeah. Hopefully we'll have another snowless year here. This Yankee likes to watch all these southern folks try to drive on the snow. It gets kind of hilarious. Luckily, with the exception of one that happened, I think the year before last, it doesn't generally last more than 3 or 4 hours. But about a year, maybe 2 years ago, we got one that lasted a day and a half. It was hilarious. Lucky Rotors, welcome. Let me get you wrenched up. You're welcome. I got to write that down because I don't know if I have Lucky Rotors and I can't go there right now. I'll check it while I'm in Roger's show here in a little bit. Okay, guys, I'm probably going to start shutting it down. I got to get some things ready for Roger, and I know Roger needs to get over there and get set up for his. I will definitely see you at the Roger and Kim show over on Canadian Drone Network. If you ain't never been, you don't know what you're missing. So make sure you make it over there. It's Canadian Drone Network. They'll be on at 9 o'clock Eastern or thereabouts once Roger has enough coffee to get him going. Thank you, everybody that stopped by. I really enjoyed it. Really appreciate it. Just trying to do what everybody else does, guys. Make this community grow and make it as good as we can possibly make it. Okay, Roger. Okay, so thanks again, guys. Have a blessed day. If you haven't hit that like button, hit it on the way out. Appreciate it. Y'all have a blessed day. Take care.